Okay, assalamu alaikum, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we discuss JNCIA-Security. This is module 4, Juniper SRX initial configuration task. Okay, this is a very basic configuration. When you just power on your device, just connect one Ethernet cable with a management port that is called FXP0, and another port is connected in your desktop or laptop in your Ethernet port, and set the management IP accessing the CLI. Then you will get access through JWeb through the management interface. And after getting the management interface or JWeb, need to configure some basic configuration or initial configuration. Today we discuss basically the initial configuration of SRX. Okay, so first is which configuration will be included in as an initial configuration. Just firstly, powering on and off an SRX device. Just you purchase the device and powering on just before deployment for checking. Just powering on. Connect your console cable, and console cable will provide you the CLI access. And after getting the CLI access, you just configure just a basic configuration. You just configure one IP address in management interface FXP0, and you will get access through the JWeb, through the basically management interface, through the management interface. So if you power on or off Juniper devices, there is multiple way, basically multiple way you can reboot your device. Number one is reboot immediately. They will not ask anything. Reboot in, you can set time, and this device will maybe reboot after 5 minutes. Reboot when the system time is 10:25. That means this is the scheduled reboot. Okay, and halt immediately means that you can just consider in Windows operating system you just running EVNG is running through the VMware workstation. So firstly you stop the VMware workstation, then shut down your PC. So VMware workstation, this is a software like this. Software is shut down first, then in second you shut down your physical hardware. So halt means shut down software process, and power shutdown means totally shut down. This is the difference between halt and normal reboot. But a halt is safe, but compared with normal reboot or shutdown. So factory default configuration, it's basically varied in Juniper boxes. If you purchase Juniper, you know the Juniper have a different model or different series in SRX security devices. So this device have some basic configuration or some factory default configuration. This maybe have default management interface IP. It maybe have some user credential already configured, or maybe configured security zones. Okay, or you will get a box and there is no configuration. It's depend on box basically. Okay, in initial configuration checklist, when you getting a device through the CLI or JWeb, the initial configuration, just you set the host name, you set the time and date, you set the user credential. Okay, this is very hmm, common things. So in initial configuration, if you just first log in JWeb, just set the IP address just in a management interface, that is FXP0 through the CLI. You can get the CLI through the console cable. Username is root default, and there is no password. This is the default nature of Juniper boxes. It's maybe router or it's maybe firewall. Is the common. Okay. So this is the system identity setting. There is a host name. Just you can set your device host name, and you can set also a domain name. This is not mandatory, but you have to set the root password. You must set the root password. Without setting the root password, you will not commit your configuration. Okay. System identity after changing the configuration. First, click save. Save your configuration. After changing anything or after changing any configuration, first click save in rightmost corner. Okay. Then set the in initial configuration. There is date and time setting. If you set date and time, you can set NTP server or NTP server setting, or you can manually set the date and time in your boxes, or you can set date and time from your computer. In our lab, we set date and time by just setting the computer, because it's basically the NTP update comes from my local PC. But well, if you consider the production environment, it should be NTP server. That is better, because the time is very important. Based on time, you just analyze your log. Log is very important to analyze something. So if time is wrong related to log, so that will be very difficult to identify what was happened on the time basically. Okay. Management and loopback interface. So management interface is basically FXP0. FXP0 is the management interface, and FXP1 basically used for internal communication, but FXP0 is the actual management interface. And loopback interface basically it's a logical interface. So, when we configure the different routing protocol, loopback interface is used for basically router ID to identify the router ID. Okay. So in management interface, just set the IP address with mask or subnet. You can set also by your gateway if need. If you create one credential in your boxes, just set your username, login user ID. ID is basically range from 100 to 64,000. You can set any ID and set the password, and must be set the role. Here is login ID, full name. This is optional, but username and password and role, this is mandatory. This is mandatory. Okay. So this is just a question answer session. You will cover itself or yourself. And the second task is basic interface configuration. In Juniper boxes, we just analyze security devices, that is called the SRX. As like a routing device, this device have also different interfaces. One just to see the management interface. It may be internal interface, it may be network interface, loopback interface, services interface. So management interface is I already shared FXP0. Internal interface is FXP1. Network interface, that means gigabit, or 10G or 40G or 100G port. This is the network interface. Loopback interface is the logical interface, and services interface like GRE tunnel, generic routing encapsulation, IP tunnel, ST0 used for IPsec VPN. These are the services interfaces. Okay, this is the basically common interfaces which is used in SRX devices. There is a naming convention. Basically, Juniper devices port naming convention. There is three part basically. If you consider it's your router or it's your SRX device, there is a line card, and one line card have multiple PIC, and one PIC have multiple port. So this is the three section. First section for line card, second section for PIC, and third section for interface port number. So if we consider the interface media type, it's maybe GE, it's maybe XC, it's maybe ET. ET means 40G or 100G. Then line card slot number, then interface card slot number, interface card slot number, this card slot number 0, this 1, this 2, this 3, and this is the a line card. This line card is starting from 0. Everything is starting from 0. Port number, PIC, line card, everything is starting from 0. And then last one is port number. So this is the basically naming convention of interface in Juniper devices. This is common for router switch security device. See the interface, loopback interface. AE means aggregate interface. If you just aggregate two interfaces in logically one, this interface is called aggregate interface. ST0 basically used for IPsec encryption interface, and VLAN simply VLAN interface, and other services interface like GRE, MTUN, IP tap, and see APC slot port numbering begins with 0 every time. It's starting from 0. Logical units, if you configure, just consider this is your SRX box, your security devices. There is a connection between switch and SRX devices. If you have multiple VLAN in your switch, this is the single interface. You have to use the logical unit. Logical unit. This is called the logical unit. Just consider you set here VLAN 10, you set here VLAN 20, you set here VLAN 30. So three VLAN is connected in the switch. Or if you set the gateway of that VLAN in the SRX device, this port number, you have to use the logical port number. Normally we use for VLAN 10 logical port number .10, .20, .30. So this is called the logical port number or logical unit, basically logical unit. Normally, when we configure the logical unit, we just mess with our VLAN ID. That is very easy for remembering things, basically, but not mandatory. You have to match logical unit and VLAN ID. Okay. And next is just see the interface properties. In a physical interface, you have some physical properties like MTU, like duplex or speed. This is the physical property of an interface. And how to get the interface options, then just go to this direction, network connectivity, then interface, and then see the logical information, and this is the physical information. Okay, see physical properties, and this is dot zero, this is logical properties. Dot something, this is logical. Just direct interface, this is called the physical. Okay. Interface properties, purpose set, just say here, they're just editing the one interface z0 by 0 by 0, and set here, you can set a description, set it MTU, link mode, half duplex or full duplex, speed 1G or 10G, or you can set the VLAN tagging if multiple unit is used. If normally one unit used, no need to VLAN tagging. Basically same when you configure the devices in CLI. This is the replica basically in we see in graphical window, but graphical window is very friendly. And if anyone see one time, then they will execute this task easily. Interface properties, the part 3, if you set the IP addresses, IPv4 or IPv6 addresses, then go to first logical properties and setting the related information. I will show this configuration in our lab after closing the theoretical section. Okay. This is the total overview basically. Verify the interface. Interface is logical and physical. IP address is set or not, and the logical unit number and interface status, admin status, link status. Basically, this output is equivalent to show interface stars in if you consider in CLI mode. Okay. So now I will go the initial system configuration part. Connecting the GA web and a related configuration. Okay, so then go theoretical part done, then go to lab. So just see here, this is my management network 81.0/24, and there is a IP. IP is here. IP is 200. Here duplicate just. Here we use IP address in FXP0, IP is 200. We see in last class this FXP0. Also, you can see now, look, just open with secure CRT. See the configuration. Mm, Maximize this one. Just font size. Well, okay. Just see, show. In FXP0 interface, just see the interface IP information FXP0. The IP is 81.200. So copy this IP and paste in browser 81.200. We'll get the JOAM interface of PSRX. So here is we set the IP address. If you go to the system root user authentication, I set here root authentication password. Default password is user ID is root, root, and password is root 123. For lab, this is our password. This is getting started window. You will not need this one. Just close this. So in basic configuration part, you just see this is the dashboard. Is the resource utilization status. Basically, you can compare this output with source access routing engine, memory, CPU utilization, like this. And this is the system identification, IP information, and other NTP or others information. You can add here any dashboard like login session. You can add here login session. Just drag and drop. Okay, login session is coming here. Which user is now connected? Root user is connected. Root user is connected through CLI or console and connected through JWave. Okay, and from connecting 81.1, this is my local PC. Okay, this is the login session. If you need any widget, just drag and drop here and place this. Okay, this will basically this is called the dashboard. Okay, this is the file uses status. So first, we go device administration. First, device administration. I'll go in device administration. Check the system identity. My device host name SRX NG1. I can change my password. I can change my password like I change here password is JUNOS at the rate 123 hash. You can change JUNOS at the rate 123 hash. You can set domain name. This is not mandatory. This is optional. Basically, domain source other option. This is also not mandatory. This is optional. But time must be mandatory. You should maintain. You should correct. You should configure correct time in your device. So you just say loading. Wait here. And the management interface, basically, I may be disconnected. No, not disconnect. Time, Asia Dhaka is the time. But in production, you should use NTP server. You can add NTP server IP if any um, security issues in NTP server. You can just fill up this one. Just add this one, set the name, set key, version, and preferred. Okay. So this is a simple lab. That's why no need to actually configure the NTP server. I set here computer. They will take the time update from my local PC. Okay. Management and loopback addresses. And this is the IP address of FXP0 basically, which will show in earlier. This IP address is configured in FXP0. Okay. System services. In system services, SSIS is enabled. You can disable the SSIS if you want. But for CLI access, SSIS is required. That's why basically you need to activate the SSIS. You can activate netconf if you set the automation server in your places, and your device is configured through the automation. So in that case, you need to enable the netcon. HTTP, you have to enable HTTPS. Without HTTPS, you will not get the graphical window. So for HTTPS, a specific interface now allowed. Only FXP0 interface is allowed only. Other interface is not allowed for JWeb. This is basically perfect way. And you can, if you have a certificate, HTTP certificate, you can set. So this is the lab, and there is no external certificate server here. That's why we just keep it default. So this section, just check which one you need. Normally, SSIs for CLI, HTTPS for JWeb, netcon for automation. 3 is enough. 3 is enough. Close this one. Security logging. Stay mode security logging. For now, no need this one. SNMP. You can configure the SNMP configuration. This is the optional value, and community is the mandatory value. If you configure SNMP version 2 or version 2C, just create, set the community value and set the authorization read only. Community value, just I place here JNCIA security, SUCURITY, security, JNCIA security, and the read only. Okay, so that's all for basic setting. So save this one, and see, changes are updated. Yeah, Mom.
Thank you. If we want to change the default SSS port, then how we change this JWeb?
Okay, wait. Root, root, sorry, no root. Jonas, 1, 2, 3, hash. JNOS at the rate 1, 2, 3, hash. JUNOS at the rate 1, 2, 3, hash. Invalid, maybe something wrong. Set the set system root authentication, plaintext password, root 1, 2, 3, root 1, 2, 3, and maybe some keyboard mistake. We want to just okay. Configuration committed. Okay, JWeb is coming. You were asking is if I want to change the SSH port, how to do this, right? So there is no option to set the port number here in graphical. In graphical window, see, there is no option. Just enable the SSH. Any option here? No option, right?
Okay, sir.
No option for SSH button. But if you go the CLI, search system, services, SSH, then just help, there is port
SSH
number.
port.
There is port number.
Right.
Yeah. Then set the port number. No issue. Okay. Just you set the port number 2020. See, just comment. And so if you just refreshing the page, are you getting anything? Anything changes in SSH portion? Nothing. There is no option basically. Okay. If you change the SSH port number, you have to go the CLI and set this way. Clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Also you can check through your terminal, another terminal, put it. Your IP address is 200, right? Port number 2020. SSH. Just connect. Get this one. Login. So your user is root and password is root 123. Root 123. Not allowed here because root user is not allowed for remote access basically. That's why we can't access through
Yes.
CLI. This is the reason. Okay. But this prompt SSH. That means SSH is working or
Got it.
activated in 2020 board. Okay. Then so this is our basics task. There is no changes. Changes already committed. Okay. Then go to user management. Here I create one user and log in through the creating user and delete that user. How to just create one, set the username just for lab and role. There is multiple role: operator, read only, super user, unauthorized. Super user means admin user, read only see the configuration. Operator is more privileged compared with read only, but they don't make any changes. Unauthorized means they will not log in the SRX devices. So I just click here read only user. You can set full name here. This is optional. Login ID. This is also optional, but I set here lab password. Lab 123. A combination of mixed case character letter is required. See, there is password algorithm. So that's why they are asking strong password basically. Lab at the rate 123 hash. Now they're not paid. Lab LA B lab at the rate 123 hash. Now it's okay. Lab L capital LAB at the rate 123 hash. There is capital letter, small letter, special character, number. Then just okay. You are just create. Then save. You have pending configuration changes. Click commit, commit configuration. Okay, so there go. View the configuration changes. Basically, it's equal to which is basically configured. This is not committed. Okay, this is called the candidate configuration. Before commit, I will check the configuration line. Plus means configuration is added. So one user is created one user is just one user is created. Then close. I can see you can discard your configuration, you can view your configuration, or you can commit configuration for 10 minutes. That is commit confirm. Or you can just place commit. Yes, Mohammed.
Uh, what is actually difference between commit and save in
Commit.
JOAP? Commit and save. We look here is the save is another option.
Oh, save. Yeah. Before commit, you save the configuration. This save means just it's basically candidate configuration, not the active configuration. Okay, save means just they're checking the configuration script is okay or not. Configuration script is okay or not.
Just like a commit check, right?
Commit check, exactly. Commit check. Save is equal to commit check. And view configuration changes means what it changes basically. And commit configuration with auto rollback, this is commit confirm. Discard means rollback. Got it? Discard means rollback. And commit means basically finally this
Commit.
configuration goes to active configuration. Yes.
Thank you.
So I want to make the commit status. Configuration changes committed successfully. Then okay. This is the commit function. If you want to just delete this user, just select the user and delete. Yes, your user is deleted. Then save, then commit your configuration changes. This is minus, means this configuration is removed from this box. Then you can set the commit here.
View configuration means compare.
Hmm? Yes, compare. Configuration changes means compare between active configuration and immediate candidate configuration or current uh, candidate configuration. Candidate configuration with immediate active configuration. This is the view configuration changes. Okay. Then go to license ATP. No need this one. If you just go to files, no need just reboot. This in slide, I also show this option. You can reboot your SRX device just immediately. You can set reboot in. You can set the time. Maybe it's will be rebooted after 15 minutes or anything else. And you can also schedule hour and minutes and hold immediately. So I'm not interested to reboot now. And next one is C alarm management. Chassis alarm, create chassis alarm definition. System alarm, no login classes found in device. System login alarm can be enabled for login classes. So there is no alarm for now. There is no alarm for now. Create chassis alarm definition. If you set here the definition is the total item, link down integrators for integrated service for management Ethernet interface. You can set one by one. Okay. Just I show you some steps in configuration management. You can upload your configuration from your local computer. Just choose file, then set your just select your configuration. Previously you backed up this configuration. Just select and restore. And this is the history, and this is the basically rescue. So this is the historic configuration. I will commit 9 times. You can compare any configuration, like I set here 2. If I press the compare button, this will compare with active configuration, but nothing found. Just check this one. 3. This is the changes I set here. This is a port number. This configuration is added. You can compare the configuration. Okay, I'll do this one. You can also download your configuration file or roll back your configuration file. But I set here rescue configuration. For rescue configuration, just rescue configuration means it's a we can say it's a stable configuration file you think for your device or for your organization. If you consider this is perfect, you can set this configuration as a rescue configuration. So set the rescue configuration, then okay. So you can view your rescue configuration. This is your rescue configuration option. Okay. So if you go to history, you see um, rescue configuration. This is no comment on name. That will be different name basically for rescue configuration. So commit is disabled, no changes, no changes. If I see from rescue configuration is configured or not. Rollback, and if you press rollback, yes, rescue. So anytime we can roll back the rescue configuration. Okay, but graphically there is no identification. Which configuration file is rescue configuration? Okay, but in CLI we'll see. Okay, so this is the part. This is the rescue configuration part.
Hey, Bhai, how
You
can I
can
download
anytime
the rescue configuration file?
just view the rescue configuration and select and copy and paste, nothing. Just select this one, copy this one and paste. Copy this one, then go to Notepad.
Okay.
There is no separate download button. Done. Okay. Like a history. Like history, there is no separate download button to download the rescue configuration. But I think this is missing. I think should be name should be rescue configuration in separate name like this. Okay, should be like this, but I think missing in graphical, missing in JWeb. Okay. So I can configure recipe configuration in configuration management through JWeb. Is the one option. Just is there's no alarm. RPM. If you see the tools, you can see CLI viewer. This is your CLI viewer. This basically this is your total configuration, which you already configured. Okay, this is the CLI viewer. You can send ping. You can send trace route. So if you just send ping to your IP addresses 81.200 192.168, just place here the IP address 81.200. Just set a start. Yes, getting this. Basically, you can compare with MikroTik Windows. There are graphical window. In tool section, there is ping, there is trace route, packet capture, and CLI view like this. Okay. Okay, tool section, and if you reset your configuration, basically this is equal to factory default configuration. This is equal to factory default configuration. So I don't want to reset now. So in second part, we will go in network portion. We'll go in network portion and set the interface IP addresses. So go to the interfaces. This is the directory, network, connectivity, then interfaces. I will here network, then connectivity. This is under connectivity, basically connectivity, then interfaces. See here, list of interfaces which is connected J0 by 0 to J0 by 0 by 6. This all are the physical port. Here just filter options, ZE, all are ZE port. You can say change its FXP0. This is your FXP0 port, and this is the logical part. This is the logical option. You can change it here. Just go to edit. Just go to edit. Are you sure you want to edit FXP0 interface? Editing FXP0 IP address might cause loss of connectivity because this IP address is used for JWeb. So you can just see or check how to set the IP address. Just see the logical unit number, IPv4 address set, then set the IP addresses. Okay, then just cancel this one. So set here on Z interface. Just go to my lab. There is two interfaces. One is Z0 by 0 and another one is G0 by 0 by 1. I set here Z0 by 0, one IP address 209.165.2.2/30. This IP address is assigned in G0 by 0 by 0. How to make this? Just set here, select the Z0 by 0 by 0 and go to create option and set the logical interface. Set the logical interface. Okay. Set the logical interface. You will get the interface ID. Then logical unit number. Logical unit number is 0. I set the IP address is in unit 0. You can set the description here. You can set the description here like S1 router. S1 router. So this is ADGE1 router, H1 router. VLAN ID, no VLAN ID needed. Zone, this may be, you can set here, this is untrust. This is connected through the internet and this is LAN. This is called the trust zone. So default, this zone is created in factory default configuration. In later classes or in next or then classes, we will configure the zone, how to configure zone and how to assign or associate port number in different zone. So I just skip the zone concept today. Just set the IP addresses. So IPv4 addresses and DHCP, then set the IP. Then this is the option of setting the IP addresses. Then just click the add button, plus button, then set your IP addresses. IP address will be 209.165.2.2/30. So set here um, 209.165.2.2. What is this? Is 30. Okay, done. Your IP address assignment done. Then just okay. See here, this is your physical port, and there is one multiple options. This is physical port, and this is the logical port. This is the logical port. You set the IP address and set the description. And similarly, you just go the another interface is 0 by 0 by 1. This interface IP address is 172.168.25.1/24. So select this ANSI 0 by 0 by 1 interface and go to the logical interface part and set the unit number. Unit number is set here 0, and this is connected with switch 1. I set the description here as WITC as switch 1. Now set the zone. Zone is none. Just set the IPv4 addresses. Press the add button and set the IP address 172.16.25.1/24/24. 25.1, yes, 25.1/24. So just okay. So your two interface IP address setting done. If you configure one loopback interface here, you can set also loopback interfaces. Just set here one loopback interface like this. 209.165.0.1/32. This is your loopback interface IP address LO0 dash. Consider this one. This IP address is your loopback interface IP address. Loopback 0 and unit 0. Then go to your browser. Then set the loopback interface LT loopback 0 interface. See here, this is default configuration. I basically I didn't configure this interface. Just set this physical part, then go to logical interfaces, edit functionality. Okay. Is the separate window. Interface description, you can set the interface description, logical interfaces. You add this one. Logical interface description, add. Set the IP addresses 209.165.0.1/32. Set OK. IP address is set done. You can set the description LWP BSCK local. Then okay. Oh, I miss here. Add 32. Okay. This is another one, cancel. So this is the enable Ethernet system. Run it. Set the description, look back. Okay. Then okay. Then just with the configuration changes. Look back. 0.1 is unit 0 and unit 1. Multiple unit is added. Okay, multiple unit is added. If I set the commit, I will get an error. Maybe think yes, commit failed because I will set same IP address in unit 0 and unit 1. This will not make happen basically. So set the loopback, go, and this one is incorrect. This one is incorrect. Just select and delete this one. So on loopback 0.1 now deleted. Then set the commit. Yes, configuration senses committed. So I said here two physical interface IP addresses and one logical interface IP addresses loopback 0. Loopback 0 unit 0. So if I say this is the logical interface, this is the logical interface. Okay. If I set here all interfaces, I see all interfaces here. Physical interface, logical interface, management interface, all interfaces here. Okay. Okay. So interface configuration done. Then go to no, go to monitoring part. Go to monitoring part and see the interface status, set the interface and see the interface status. Link status is up and this is your IP address assigned with this interface. All, if you set the all, you will see all interfaces, physical, logical, all interfaces is showing here. If you see just slot 0, you will get here only Ethernet interface. Okay. I yet not configured the DHCP or others, then just go the log and you can see here alarms, license for visa. This is the about to something like this. This is the alarm. You can see the session it not enable. You can see the report here, yet not enable here. I will show you separate chapter basically. So user no. So in monitoring section, just check the interface status after configuring the IP addresses. So here, very simple task. I will cover today some basic settings, configuration management, some tools introduction in device administration, and set the IP address in physical interfaces and logical interfaces, and check the interface status. Interface status is okay or not okay, and also check from monitoring section in just interface status. Interface is up or down, and IP address is assigned or not. So that's all for today's class. Basically, this is a very basic configuration. Any question? Any question?
No, well,
Okay. So I just close the record.